Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ifeanyi Artistry. If this is your first time seeing my video, you are highly welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming here. Okay guys, so in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how I use this product from Jaydriz Cosmetics to create this amazing look. If this is what you're interested in, just keep on watching and we are going to get there just in a bit. The brand Jaydriz. So they send me their products. We are going to be working with the product and let's see how good it is. So I'm going to be cleaning my face with a micellar water, of course. Of course, you guys know, because before we review products on this channel, the skin, because you can't be reviewing a brand product and then your skin is not perfectly clean. And I'm going to be using this balm moisturizer. Oh, okay. This is the Jaydriz skin prep brush. Use it to get to everywhere. I actually like how the brush is. I thought I was going to use this product everywhere. All right, so I'm going to use it to get the product everywhere. So I had to blend it in to make sure that everything is well fitted into my skin. Using this spray, the Milk Hydro Grip spray, to what a sweet feel. There are two shades. I'm going to be mixing the both of them together to get my skin tone. I believe it's going to actually match my skin. So let's mix the both of them together and see the outcome. So you see how creamy the foundation is. The foundation is very creamy. Okay, and see if it's not creamy base, you're going to see how they would hardly come out. I'm going to be mixing them. I'm done mixing the foundation, so I'm going to actually put it on my face and let's see the outcome. I don't know if this thing is my skin shade. I don't know from the phone. The mixing is my shade. Okay guys, so I'm going to be applying it on my face, just few pumps and few places. Actually, this sponge and blend it into the skin, to my skin. So I love how smooth this foundation blends into the skin. You don't blend your foundation like this and just let it be. You have to make sure it blends into the skin very well, because if you just blend it like this and let it go, it have not really sit. You have to make sure you push it in. Like when I say push it in, I mean you blending it into your skin. This foundation has a concealer to do. Hey, I feel like this concealer is actually very, very light on me, honestly. When I say light, I mean it's very, very light. This is Nuban Beauty in 043, and guys, I think it's very light. So, and I'm equally going to be using this LG Pro Conceal. LG Pro Conceal have LG Pro Conceal. Look at the one I used. Nuban Beauty in the shade 043 and LG Pro Conceal in the shade 41. No, this is Toast, not 41. The fact that people used to think that this product is not a good product used to amaze me. Okay, so I'm going to be putting it on my face. I think I just found the perfect concealer match for myself. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and equally blend it into the skin. Yeah, so then I'm equally going to go ahead and blend these ones. I think I'm getting to the point where I have to switch to my mirror. Okay, yeah, this is better. So remember, I have the dark circles around my eyes, but trust the product and my process. I don't like it when I go with a lot of products, but just the little I have, I take my time to blend them, and at the end of the day they do work. I'm going to be using my Jaydriz Cosmetics lip stain as my blush. Then I'm going to blend it. I don't have a, yeah, I like it when I add this red, that person. So what I'm trying to do now is to use my blush and intensify the contour, because I don't have a very strong contour foundation or contour stick. So I'm just going to keep blending until I'm satisfied with the outcome. So it's time for me to bring this as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and blend the concealer under my eyes. Okay, yeah, that blend, I think every day by day I'm getting better with doing my self makeup. Okay guys, so I'm going to equally do same to the other eyes. I think I did better than before. Okay guys, so back to business. I'm going to be setting my face like Jaydriz powder, their compact powder. It's so beautiful and so nice. Look at it here, very beautiful and very nice. So the product inside it, this is the 2 shades. I feel like this is going to be too light and this is too dark, so I'm going to be mixing the 2 of them together, and the 2 of them is in the shade. This one is chocolate, of course. Yeah, the shade is beautiful for that name, and this one is spice. So I'm going to be mixing like the 2 of them so that I can get the perfect undertone for my under eyes, because I don't want my under eyes too bright and I don't want it too dark. So I think that there should be a shade between the 2 of them. I don't know. For all, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to be using the 2 of them. So I'm going to show you how I bring it out. So my powder puff, and then like get it out like this. You can see like this and like this, like just the 2 of them at the same time, like this and like this. So in that way I can push in the 2 powders at the same time on my face. I don't know if you get me. So I'm going to be bringing it out like this, and then at the back of my palm I just like mix it to make sure. This is going to make sure I don't place in like product that is not supposed to be on my face. So after that I just have to go in with the product on my face. Oh, I feel like the light shade alone should even go. Oh, this is even dark. The light shade alone should go. I shouldn't even add the dark shade because the light shade is not too light. I'll just run away from using a very bright color under my eyes. This is what we are looking for when you are setting your under eyes. You are looking for that product that is going to give you that flawless blend. The product is going to give you that flawless blend without causing you any fallout, and it blends so well, and it has this full coverage that you can see under my eyes. So I'm going to equally get the product like the Jaydriz, get the product like tap, and then begin to set. Okay guys, so I'm going to be using the same product to set the rest of the highlighted areas. It's always good for you to have a very good compact powder that can serve you better, and I think I just found one for myself. So I'm just going to set every other place. I think so. The next thing I'm going to do is to use my powder brush, and so first of all I'm going to be using that shade, this one, the chocolate. I'm going to be using that to set a low light because I feel like that is actually my shade. I think this is the first time I see my undertone in one powder. Like, even if you are not wearing makeup, you can just get it. This is good, and this will be very good for contour for a light skin person, because the undertone of this chocolate powder is so good. I'm going to be using it for contour. Okay, so this is their darkest shade. I feel like it's not my undertone because my undertone should be warm at least, but I can mix them together. I can mix this chocolate with that. This is called the mahogany, whatever. So I'm going to be mixing the both of them together for my contour. So like, you know how I mix powders, right? So when I get it like this, I just use my brush like this and like this and like this and like this. That's how I actually work on a normal, because I use powder palette. The reason is because so that I can be mixing my powders that I'm, like getting. Okay guys, so that is it. I just have to, like set everything. After that, I'm going to go ahead and equally set this side as well. Your face should be, when you set, you have to set it. It's called setting for a reason. It's called setting because you have to set it. Okay guys, so after that, I'm going to equally be mixing the both of them together like this to contour. And one thing I don't want above every other thing is to have a line on my nose. So I'm going to be using this product, the OPV. I don't know if you guys can see the OPV. This is how it looks. I feel like this shade is actually too much. I'm going to be careful with the placement. As you can see, the picking as well. I have to be careful with the picking of the product, and I have to be careful with the placement of the product. So yeah, I have done the brows. It's very tiny and looks awkward, but we move. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be baking, not setting, for my eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using the Merak setting powder in the shade Cinnamon. I'm going to be using that to bake the thing. I'm going to just like bake equally. My under eyes, if it's not bright enough, so I'm supposed to follow here and come towards my mouth. Yeah, that's the line. The next thing I'm going to do is to just prime my eyes. So I'm using the remaining concealer at the back of my palm to do that. I'm not going to do too much in the eyes. I'm going to use my setting powder. So this is the remnants of the setting powder that I used with baking. I'm just going to use that and run over it so that it sets that concealer. You know that if I don't set the concealer, the eyeshadow is not going to come out nice. I only have just a few eyeshadows in the house. This eyeshadow, so I'm going to be using this color to create my transition. Of course, these glides sound very simple and very easy. I'm going to be using that dark brown. I hope you guys see the eyeshadow that I'm using. This eyeshadow, and then of course this shade here, this one here, this shade right here. So I'll use that for my transition. So I'm going to be going into a more darker shade. I'm going to be using black and this color for my outer V. So I want the outer V to be pronounced. And I'm forgetting that it's not actually the same thing. So if I can take it easy and do it as I'm supposed to do it, I'm going to achieve something better. But I have to stop the manipulation. So when it comes to my eyes, I do feel like, people's face, I do a lot of manipulation there. And if I do it on my eyes, it doesn't come out the way to be a matte look. So I'm going to be going with this shade. So I'll just place it there. So I'm just trying my best to do it the way it should be. That is just placing this color here. But what I try to do here is to bring it forward and just blend. But I think at the end of the day, I have to still try and make it look like this. Okay, so yeah, I have. Yeah. So guys, I'm going to go back to the powder that I used on my face, to use it and touch my face again. I'm going to go back to this powder. I'll just use it and like touch, even though like my face doesn't really need that touching anymore because I've done so well. Just going to go around and make sure everything is set before I run my mouth. There's no cream product coming out from anywhere. So having done that, I'm just going to go into this powder as well and just like push and push and just push everything. Okay, so after doing that, I'm just going to go into the cheek glaze and add that on my face because of course I want that glow glaze, and then just like just tap it here. Extra glow and extra shine. Done with everything. When I'm done with my makeup, that is when I'm going to be using my setting spray. I think they say you should shake it. So when you spray it, you use my fan to dry it up, so it gets rid of all the powdery effects the makeup brings. So you can see that this, when you spray this, like it settles on my facial hairs. So as it's drying up, I'm going to go ahead and like press it into my skin so that the product goes into my skin and not settling on the hairs. Using my lip pencil that I got recently, outline. So I'm just going to overlining my lips, because my lips is always better overlined, and I have a very dark. Okay guys, so after applying this on, I'm going to like allow it to dry up a little bit, and then like smack and blend it, run over it a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah. The outcome of the look I did with the Jaydriz products, mostly their foundation and their powder. So this is how it looks. I hope you love it.